We are here with Peter Toto. Did I pronounce your last name right? Is it like the dog?
Yeah, the dog, the band, the toilet.
Perfect.
Poison.
Great. All of the above.
Yeah.
Peter, you are one of my favorite follows on Instagram. Your 73 questions video is so good.
Thank you. Oh my
Of
gosh,
course.
I appreciate that.
Before we get into the headlines, I know you saw The Wild Robot yesterday. How was that?
I did. Okay, wait. It was beautiful. I like animated movies, just like as it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of animated movies that are like try to be emotional, I feel like they pander to the parents more than the children. But
Mm.
this is like it felt like it was like the way Sesame Street teaches kids about like grief or like divorce or like serious topics. It felt like it was doing it in like a gentle way, but like still mature. It was really good. I was like shocked.
I famously spoil movies, so if you can't answer this question without spoiling it, feel free to not answer. But what is the heavy topic that the movie covers?
It covers so much in a way that feels like not like ham-fisted because it's like about chosen family, about like climate change.
Oh my God.
They cover the gambit.
Yeah.
It's wild. And so it's wild,
Like the robot.
just like her. It's like a female protagonist in animation that like you don't really get characters like her. Honestly, highly recommend. It's really good.
It sounds too smart for me, but I will check it out.
Okay, well, I've been terrorizing my daughters with Beetlejuice, and now I didn't have them watch Saw. I did have lines in my motherhood journey, but maybe I'll take them to an actual child's movie to make up for it, because let's just say that kids' movies from the 90s, we found out, not actually kids' movies, just movies that kids watched.
Right though? Isn't that wild? I like rewatched some of the things I watched as a kid. I was like, who let me in front of the TV?
If parents aren't dying or people aren't being traumatized, was it even a kids' movie in the 90s? No one
Truly.
knows.
That's what every week when we cover a movie, unless it's like Saw or whatever. But if it's a family movie, Chelsea asks me, is this okay for me to watch this with my daughters? I'm like, I have no idea.
The answer is usually no, and I discover that within like 15 minutes of the movie with my daughters already watching. And I'm like, well, we've gone too far at this point.
It is what it is.
Now, Peter, I don't mean to brag, but we really rolled out the red carpet for you today. I was texting Donnie before we logged on, and I took my medicine on time this morning. So you might be the recipient of like half coherent thoughts, semi-understandable ideas. No promises, but
I didn't take my medicine on time this morning. So
Okay, great.
we're really going to be both sides of the coin, huh?
It'll even out.
go
Yeah.
right at home. Well, let's get into the headlines. So this
Go on.
week brought us the Victoria's Secret fashion show, Cameron Diaz announcing her return to Hollywood, Selma Hayek being yelled at by Nicole Kidman, Andrew Garfield's breakup with Dr. Kate Thomas, Olivia Rodrigo falling through the stage at one of her concerts, Joel Kim Booster apologizing to Shannon Bedore, and the end of Big Brother 26. A lot happened this week.
It did.
Yeah, wow.
Do you know about Andrew Garfield's breakup?
With the witch?
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard anything.
So he was dating the witch, but now there's this new show where you go and eat fried chicken with somebody or whatever. I don't know. I think it's a YouTube show.
Is it Hot Ones or a different
No.
chicken show?
Yeah, chicken shop date. It's like
That's
her
it.
whole thing is like she takes them to like this place they have chicken together, and she's just kind of like cold. It's like her character. I didn't know that Andrew Garfield was in a relationship before he did this thing that like might have ended his relationship.
Yeah,
Oh.
because she interviewed him on the red carpet before, and that footage is making its way around the internet. And they were like really flirty and weird. But now he went on Chicken Shop Date, and the day after he broke up with the witch.
The witch. Is she a witch?
I think so.
I think she's Wiccan. Now, I famously only read headlines, and that's my news. I'll watch a 15-second TikTok, and I'll read a headline, and I consider myself educated.
Of course.
There were a bunch of headlines making their ways around that were like, Andrew Garfield's new girlfriend is a professional witch. And I'm like, she's probably Wiccan, and she probably like does readings on Instagram or something.
Yeah. Professional witch is hilarious. Like, I'm just freelance. I don't know. That's crazy. I also think he's gay. But that's my thing.
Well, if you go from a witch to a influencer, I do think that is the gay pipeline.
It really is. That's what Agatha all along. That's
That's the witch's road. All right, so now the headlines we're really going to talk about. I want to talk about, and this is not even a headline, I just want to talk about Ariana Grande on Saturday Night Live this week. She was so good. That's my
Yeah.
thesis statement. With Saturday Night Live hosts, it is one or the other. They can be talented as an actor, they can be talented as a comedian, they can be talented as a singer, whatever. But sometimes when they come on SNL, the writers just give them muted characters to play while the Chloe Finnemans and Kristen Wiggs do all the heavy lifting. But I feel like Ariana Grande was the punchline in every scene she was in.
She was incredible. And I feel like there's a certain caliber of guest. And I mean, I hate to be giving this man any compliments in the year 2024, but like the Justin Timberlakes or the people that come on and almost become a part of the cast, and you like look forward to them hosting because you're like, oh, this is going to be funny because they can like carry a scene. And the one that really sold it for me was the sketch with the singing couches and stuff, where I really did not know where that was going. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then her doing the sketch with her being the uber competitive mom. I'm like, she is carrying the scene.
Yeah, she is. Okay, I have an insane parasocial relationship with Ariana Grande. There's something like genetic in me that I don't think she can ever do anything wrong.
When she licked those donuts, you were like, yeah, girl, lick those donuts.
Literally, I was like, she did nothing wrong. She's a child star, God forbid. She's allowed to, that's the craziest thing she does. When the whole cheating thing was happening or whatever, I was on the front lines in an embarrassing way. But I truly think she is one of our best. Like, what does she flop at? Do you know what I mean? She did like, I think 2 sketches that were like just her, the Celine Dion thing and the Best Friend's House thing.
Yeah.
Which is like an insane feat, I think. I think we're going to look back. I saw someone else say this too, and I've said this for a while, that like, I think we're going to look back at her career and her life and realize she's like a Judy Garland figure where like, she's had kind of a lot of like tragedy in her life.
Yeah.
But she's like just this natural like showbiz entertainer that is just excels at everything, you know?
Yeah.
I love her.
Now, I have follow-up questions about you being on the front lines of the cheating scandal. Were you on a picket line? Were you holding a sign? What were your thoughts as she was fucking SpongeBob on the side?
Free SpongeBob. He had a shirt.
So I'm in a book club, which is really, it's just an excuse for my friends to hang out. It's like a celebrity memoir book club. Every Monday, we pass a book around and read it out loud, but it's turned into just like us hanging out. And so every week when there's like new news coming out, I'd be like fighting my friends, being like, you don't get it. We don't even know what's happening behind closed doors, like that type of thing. But it's like, okay, first of all, of course she's going to fall in love with like the one straight boy in the cast of Wicked. And okay, I'm getting so, this is so embarrassing, but it's like her husband wasn't good for her. Okay.
Yeah,
So it's like,
agreed.
she's allowed. And also it was all fabricated, come to find out. All like the stuff that Ethan Slater's wife was saying was completely made up.
Well, their baby, I think their baby's real.
Oh no.
It was a live doll that they bought off of Etsy. It wasn't even real. No heartbeat.
They retroactively posted on Instagram the baby pictures when his wife was like saying all these things to TMZ or whatever it was. Or I might be lying. I don't know. I could be delusional.
My weird connection to that is my sister-in-law, who is weirdly tangentially related to a lot of Hollywood drama. For somebody that like has only ever lived on the East Coast in like Connecticut and Maine, she like knows a lot of people weirdly, but she went to college with SpongeBob. And so she had texted me and she was like, I'm pretty sure this guy from my college is hooking up with Ariana Grande. And I think he's married. And I really wish that I had that killer instinct in me to become like a Dumois or like a blind item Instagram, that I could have like been the one to break the news. But instead I was like, that's so weird. And me and her like gossiped about it in private. And then sure enough, a week later, everybody's talking about it. And I'm like, Sam told me.
Talk about the front lines.
I wasn't on the front lines with you, Peter, but I did give her a pass because if you're hot, you get away with a lot of things in my book. So I don't know what SpongeBob's wife looks like, but I know she's not as hot as Ariana Grande. So if I need to pick a side, I'm Team Ari.
Once again, if this is the most controversial thing that she does, God forbid, everyone in Hollywood's cheating.
Yeah.
Why is this like suddenly this is the one that we're so obsessed about? This and the donuts, that's the craziest thing she's done. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
She's allowed at least one cheating scandal. Maybe 2. We'll see what the future holds.
Well, she had to. She did steal Big Sean from Naya Rivera. But that's okay. Second time's the charm.
Oh, God.
That was fabricated too. That wasn't real either.
All made up. All made up.
Now, I do need, I'm going to say only positive things about Ari, especially Ari on SNL. But the writing of Saturday Night Live is just so bad.
So the way that Peter feels about Ariana Grande, I feel about SNL. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like SNL is like my family where I can talk shit about it, but you're not allowed.
Well,
and
I'm doing it.
I do feel like this season, and I say this, I feel like every October, I'm like, this season, it's picking up steam. We're getting back to the good old days. But I don't know. I feel like this season's been pretty good so far.
Jesus.
I thought last season was pretty rough. I also love SNL. It is one of like, core tenets of who I am. But I thought like they were in a transition period, it feels like, for like a while, once like Kate McKinnon left and Cecily and I don't know, there's like a lot of people leaving. I feel like they're getting back to it. I don't know. This past episode I thought was like strong.
Maybe it is, though, that they're getting hosts that can pull their weight. I mean, that Housewives sketch from a couple weeks ago. I was like, I know Bowen Yang watches Housewives. Like, who is behind the helm of this terrible parody? Like, we can certainly do better. But I thought that this last episode was amazing, and she was amazing. The fact she did a full musical number. Now I know that she's like literally in Wicked, so that's like kind of her bread and butter. But as someone who can't carry a tune, I will always be impressed by somebody who can just not only sing in her voice, but like do celebrity impressions as she was singing as well.
She's brilliant. Not only is that song funny, it is truly a bop. Now, I do mostly listen to Disney Channel music, so maybe it fits right in there. But I've listened to it nonstop.
I will take that over Vanessa Hudgens' Spotify radio the next time you visit.
No, how dare you? First of all, speaking of parasocial relationships, I did DM Vanessa today.
To say what?
What do you mean?
At least it wasn't in our group chat, because Peter, Donnie does this fun thing that when he DMs chain restaurants or celebrities, he links me in. He basically does the equivalent of like a corporate CC. All of a sudden, I'm in a group chat with Donnie, Vanessa Hudgens, and me. And to be clear, she's not answering.
Oh my God.
What did you say to your girl, Vanessa?
So I got an email from Vanessa Hudgens that's most likely fake, probably a scam, but that's where my question is. I don't know where the scam lies because she didn't ask me for money. The email just said, I wanted to take a moment to send a huge thank you your way. The love and support you show never goes unnoticed, and I'm grateful for that. Stay blessed, stay real, and keep doing what you love. I'm going to keep doing the same. Much love, Vanessa Hudgens. And it came from vanessahudgens@gmail.com. So I posted that
Well, it has to be real.
I posted that email on my stories, and then I tagged her. I said, if this is real, blink twice, or just DM me and let me know. Nothing yet. But it is different. It's earlier on the West Coast. She's still asleep.
She's not awake yet. She's tired after sending all those fan emails last night. Now, you made fun of me for failing Clickers Anonymous 2 times, but that seems pretty
Well, I didn't respond
scammy.
to it. That's why I made fun of you.
Oh, yeah. And you didn't give anybody your social security number.
I don't understand the point. Am I supposed to respond and say, like, thank you? And then she'll say, I need money. I'm going to respond and see.
Yeah. That feels so convoluted. And like at that point, take my money.
You worked for it.
Yeah, you did.
I do love the idea of a scammer doing so much research on you that they know who your favorite celebrity is. And then they're like, oh, this guy's just... he's going through it. I think he needs something nice. Let's give him some affirmations from Vanessa Hudgens. It's really your NSA agent being like, this guy needs a win.
Now, you guys, I was embarrassed, so I skipped the middle paragraph, but there was a middle paragraph.
Okay.
This journey wouldn't be possible without your support, and I'm constantly blown away by how you ride with me through it all. I feel that energy, and it keeps me warm.
Okay, but why does it sound like her?
It does, doesn't it?
People are going to die, but...
She's wearing that Coachella headdress as she types it. It's her.
I'm like not convinced it's not her.
Peter, all I do is listen to Sneaker Night. At least once a week I tag her in my stories that I'm listening to Sneaker Night.
That's great.
Maybe she did look at her Spotify numbers and you are in the top 1%. And she's like, this guy listened to Sneaker Night over 7,000 times last month. I should give him a ring.
You know what? That's it. Now, Peter, when you say you have a parasocial relationship with Ari, is it like this?
Well, I'll say for your sake, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's the same exact thing. No, but in my head, I am like, we would be best friends. She just needs to meet me.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I'm usually so good at not having that type of relationship with celebrities. Usually I'm just like, that's just a person. But Ariana Grande to me is like, that's my soul sister. We have been separated at birth.
I get
I
it.
wonder if you knew each other in a past life.
Don't even play because I will believe it.
I believe it. Maybe in a past life, you were somebody that she cheated with,
Ooh.
like that you were the
Exactly.
other man, and that's why you felt so strongly that nothing was wrong because you were going back to that previous life where you were SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I was SpongeBob. It's true. So many times.
So it's time for my topic. And I, first of all, want to just drag the cuties for filth because we are currently living in a dumpster fire. The world is literally in shambles around us. Things are bleak, things are sad. And I feel like pop culture should be fun. Pop culture should be hee hee ha ha, especially on our show. So I took to my stories and I said, can you guys submit some hee hee ha ha pop culture headlines for me? Because it's looking bleak. I've been looking for a headline for an hour. It's rough out there. I feel like we are lost as a society. We don't know what it is to be silly anymore. I asked for hee hee ha ha, and I got, oh, talk about Kristen Cavallari saying Kanye's a clone. What about Kristen Cavallari just unabashedly, not even being ashamed of being full QAnon is hee hee ha ha? Then somebody said, talk about Vicky Gunvalson being sued for elder abuse. I'm sorry, what? That's not hee hee ha ha. That's oh boy.
I mean, me and Peter did just laugh out loud when you said it.
And then they're like, talk about Tamra Judge being diagnosed with autism after one single therapy session. No, thank you. Not hee hee ha ha. So I think we all need to go home, take a good hard look in the mirror and ask yourself, what is hee hee ha ha and how can I bring more of it into my life? Thank you very much. So
Agreed.
I want to talk about how the moon is being messy.
Okay.
Yes.
So I hate to credit them, but cuties, this is from the Daily Mail. So if you want to learn more, go over to that fine establishment.
Yes.
So Rose Smith, an astrologer, issues a warning about Thursday night's supermoon. So we're recording this on Wednesday. It has not happened yet, but by the time you're listening to this, cuties, we have been through the supermoon and things are about to get chaotic. So emotions will be running high and some fierce fighting might be in the cards as October's full moon in Aries lights up the sky on Thursday, astrologers warn. According to Rose Smith, the lunar event will pack an extra punch because it is the biggest, brightest supermoon event of the year. She explained that the Aries moon will usher in an extremely passionate vibe, which, if not treated with care, could lead to ferocious fights. So we are all about to be putting on our best housewives act, I think.
I'm going to commit elder abuse.
Hee hee ha ha.
I'm very astrological.
Okay.
We have been having since August, it's been like messy astrology. Well, kind of this will be the end of it, seemingly. So I think that like this messiness is kind of just like we're all a little burnt out in the stars, you know? But
Yeah.
let's just say what will happen. I don't know. I don't want to fight.
Well, I think that sometimes, and we'll see what my horoscope's going to say, when I'm messy, I don't necessarily fight with people. I think I self-sabotage. I think I fight with myself where I like am bored or chaotic. And then I'm like, well, I know this isn't good for me, but maybe I'll do it. So Virgo, it's action stations this month as the Aries full moon is urging you forward regarding joint assets and investments. Taxes or other joint financial liabilities could be also on the cards. New projects and ventures might be the go for you this month. So that doesn't sound too bad.
No. Taxes?
Taxes, messy. This last part, a special person might be on your mind regarding intimacy, and if not, you might ponder whether it's time to find someone special. Try to open your heart up even if you've been hurt in the past. I know this can be difficult sometimes. You've got time to think, so there's no need to rush into where angels fear to tread. Like an onion being peeled, you're going to a deeper level now, and perhaps old problems come to the surface of your mind once more.
Angels and onions. Wow.
That's your memoir.
That's the new Da Vinci Code.
Yeah. The Daily Mail is very poetic.
Let's do me next.
Okay.
Because I like how this one starts. Gemini, woohoo, party!
Yes.
It's best to try and slow down because there's a lot of emotional processing to be done and you don't need anything else to deal with. Around the 15th to 19th of next month is peak crazy time, so do try to get plenty of rest then. Go for a walk in nature.
You didn't have angels or onions, and yours sucks to suck. I know.
God.
Sucks
I
to
know.
suck. Oh, Donnie. The Pisces, money, money, money.
Oh.
It's your honey. I think they're paraphrasing Mamma Mia here.
They are, which I love.
Your mind is probably on your personal finances and possessions now. Take a breath. There's no point in worrying, but it is time to take action now. Educate yourself and make appropriate and solid financial plans. Make a budget and write down every cent you spend. If you stick to your budget, you'll be feeling more confident and stronger. However, the most important thing is your self-worth. How much are you selling yourself short? Do you actually... Damn, Daily Mail. Do you actually deserve more money?
Oh
What the fuck?
Maybe it's a good time now to think about this and take some small action steps towards self-worth and and this is in quotes, deservability. You are valuable and worthy. Believe it.
Jesus.
Just a backhanded pop.
I know.
It ends with "you're worthy," but the rest of it is like "you're not."
Are you though? Are you though?
Why?
Think long and hard about it.
Yeah.
I also like that I heard this the day after I bought stuff on Amazon, because I did buy this thing that I can wear. It's like a ring you wear on your finger, and then you press a button and it turns the page on your Kindle for you. So you don't have to touch your iPad.
Oh my God, that is so Wally.
Peter, one thing you need to know about me, if those Wally cars were real, I would be driving in them in a second. Take me right to the soda machine, fill me up.
Tap an IV full of Gatorade in the veins and good to go.
That's my future.
So now it's time for Cutie of the Week. Peter, would you like to go first today?
Yeah, I'll go first. My cutie of the week is my therapist. Bow, 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 bow.
Ooh, shout out.
Yeah, I started with a new therapist like about a month ago, and she just rocks my socks. She's great. I was doing online telehealth or whatever, and then now I'm in person, which that is a game changer for me. And so loving her for now. I don't know.
We'll cut her loose next month.
We'll see how this messy moon goes.
Yeah, really.
I'll go next. So my cutie of the week is the Wicked marketing team, because the merch they have for this movie, I want everything, first of all. Every piece of clothing they have at Target, I want. Now, they did send Shiz University sweatshirts to influencers that you cannot buy anywhere. I am not an influencer that got chosen, Peter, but I will spend upwards of $200 if I find one on eBay. So
Me too.
if you're listening, what'd you say? H&M has it?
No, I said me too.
Oh.
You are fully hearing what you want to hear.
Yeah, I was gonna log off the Zoom right
All of a sudden,
now.
we would see like cartoon, like where you just see a dust cloud because it's like, shoo! Like Donnie has left the screen to go run to his local H&M.
No, I need that sweatshirt. But at Target, they have Stanley cups, not the hockey thing, but like, water bottles.
I think we're all familiar with Stanley Cups. We do all probably follow the Mormon mommy bloggers at this point.
Possibly. They have a green one for Alphabet, pink one for Glinda, and they have caused a true brawl at Target. There were fights in the aisles over these water bottles, and I'm just mad I wasn't one of the people in the fight. I want one of each, depending on how you feel. Elfie or Glinda, Elfie or Glinda.
I am amazed at all the different partnerships or whatever that Wicked is doing. That marketing team, I mean, they're probably getting paid like a shit ton. I would hope.
Sure.
I've never seen a movie or like a franchise. I haven't even seen like Marvel movies partner with so many things. It is so crazy.
It's because theater kids are finally getting their moment. They're like, the theater kids have been waiting and they have money to spend at Target.
Right.
Yeah.
This show came out 20 years ago, and I was in high school when it came out, and I've been waiting for a movie since then. So I've just been saving up my money so I can spend $200 at H&M for a Shiz University.
Just like your horoscope told you to.
Do I deserve that sweatshirt?
I'm so nervous Wicked's gonna be bad. I don't think it will be, but it is a 2.5 hour part one movie.
Part one, when the show itself is 2.5 hours total.
Donnie, you did not tell me this.
Who cares?
Well, we're going to cover it for the
Yeah.
Patreon.
Uh-huh. It's not going to be 2.5 hours of singing, Chelsea.
Okay.
Probably you'll like that it's 2.5 hours, because it's going to be world building. It's going to be all that shit. It's going to feel like Harry Potter to you.
Okay. I'll take it. Also, did you say Shiz University is the name of the university?
Yeah, that's correct.
Shiz?
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like it better already. So subscribe to our Patreon because we will be covering Wicked over there.
In costume, no less.
In costume. I have my costume, but I'm keeping it a surprise. I've already bought
okay.
it.
Can't wait.
Oh my God. My Halloween costume this year, it is such an annoying deep cut. Okay, Adina Menzel, on her second to last scheduled performance of Wicked, she broke her rib, but then she called out for her last performance of Wicked, but they brought her out for the last 5 minutes, and she was in this red Adidas tracksuit and a ponytail, and that's what I'm doing for Halloween.
That is brilliant.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Deep cut. Deep cuts only.
But everyone will know exactly what it is.
Well, maybe not everyone. I don't know if I would see at a bar and be like, I got it. But once I heard the backstory, I do love a dedication to a deep cut.
Okay,
And that's the type of costume that
would've
when
felt.
somebody gets it, it's so validating.
I live in the
Yes.
gayest place on earth where I'm like, someone will understand. There's one person will.
And I knew where you live. So when I said everyone, I meant the general public where Peter lives. I didn't mean
Yeah.
Chelsea's family.
This big old homophobe in her basement.
Yeah.
Fucking suburban mom. My cutie of the week is bald men.
Oh, great.
Yes.
So, Donnie, I have a question for you, and then Peter, feel free also to weigh in as our haired ally. As you know, I love bald men. I have a bald Pisces real husband. I have a bald Pisces work husband. I have a type. Now, in the UK, a UK judge ruled that calling a man bald could be considered sexual harassment, as the term is inherently related to gender. The ruling followed a claim by electrician Tony Finn, who alleged that his boss harassed him during an argument by referencing his baldness. So, do we consider the term bald to be a slur? We do break down and reclaim slurs every week on the show. Would you consider bald to be a slur? Do we feel like we need to be going to court because you're called bald?
Well, he didn't say slur. He said sexual harassment. In which case, if I worked for HR, I would grab his dick and say, which is worse? Bet you wanted me to call you bald right now, don't you?
That is wild. That is a wild lawsuit. They do anything in the UK, huh?
Yeah.
Also, I'm like thinking, not to go back to Wicked, Cynthia Erivo is very bald, you know?
Bald, yeah.
Like-
Not gender.
Not.
Yeah, I feel like
That's-
everything about that ruling is actually incorrect.
Yes. Was he like making fun of him for being bald? Isn't that just like being a dick? Like you're just making fun of someone. You know, I don't think it's
I
sexual
hope that he was
harassment.
called a bald-headed scallywag, like on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
That does sound very British.
It's very
Yeah.
British. That is crazy. I love
Yeah.
bald men.
Yeah.
I will support them. You know, if bald men around the country, if this is where they need us to stand, I will be an ally.
Oh, thank you.
We'll be on the picket lines once again, holding
Once
our
again.
signs.
I'm an activist.
It's important to stand up for what you believe in this current
Yeah.
climate, and I believe in bald.
And if Ariana goes bald, forget about it. Peter will be there twice.
Literally.
And that's the end of our episode. So, Peter, first of all, thank you so much. I
Thank
had
you
a
so
wonderful
much.
Thank you.
time.
It's rare that we find a guest that passes the vibe check and can like jump into this pile of shit that we put out each week. So thank you for being one of us.
No, thank you. I love it. It's so fun. Oh my gosh.
Let the cuties know where they can find you, where they can follow you, what you have coming up, all of it.
My what's it called? My handle is Peter Marie Toto on all platforms. And I'm going to New York next month if anyone wants to book me on a show. Please do. I forgot to like tell people I'm coming. And I was like, oh yeah, I want to do a show. And if you'll be in Provincetown for Halloween, I'm doing a show. And that's where you can find me.
Perfect. And cuties, one more reminder about our YouTube channel. I Am the Cute One podcast. It's in the show notes. Go over, like, subscribe, comment, help the algorithm find new people that need to see us. And then Monday, we will be covering Saw, which I have a bone to pick.
Yeah, I have a bone to pick with myself. I don't know why I picked it, but we watched it, we survived, and I do not want to play a game, but I will record about it. So we'll see you on Monday.
See you Monday. We will talk to you later. Love you like a sister. Bye.
Bye.